let's just see. Being watched and somebody's sober. You're being watched to see if you're sober. Tell me about this, please. Because of some money. Okay. Tell me more. The strength was on the bottom, so this is big money. Okay. This looks like a king to me. I don't feel that this person parades around like a king, though. Okay, and if this isn't about you getting some money, then whoever this person is, it's important for them how you are in public. I'm not even sure it's that you're sober, because this guy could be someone who parties. I don't feel often, but whenever he feels, okay, that's what this high priestess is. I like to get high. This guy doesn't get ridiculous. And if for some reason something happens where stuff's a little stronger, gotta take a little time, then he will remove himself. And what he needs is someone like that. If this is a relationship, right, he wants a woman like this. This is an empress. This is someone that she drinks, but she doesn't get drunk. And if she does, it's the two of us in private. He likes that side of you to a certain extent, or this is what he wants in a woman. Yeah, if you could just be on autopilot all the time. Yep. Right. This guy likes this is her during the day. Alright, when you go out during the day, let's see how you are. Now, there's been heartache and pain. You could have had a lot. And he has experienced women before who presented themselves as put together, healed, you could say, over something. And then something happens when they drink or they do drugs, and then she brings up shit, you know. Is this here? This guy, if you have a social media platform, he may ask you to remove it. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't want you. What happened here? You could also have a platform where you exposed some things and you're broke because of it. And I think that this guy, if he wasn't somebody that you exposed, I think he just saw that as bold. So that's a plus. Yeah. Sloth. Slow. What he doesn't want, you see how this person is laying, it looks like they're laying on a chaise or a couch with a laptop on and shit like that. This guy can't stand women who are on the internet. I don't even know if he likes women on it unless you're purchasing something or inquiring about something. I don't know, it doesn't have to be for the both of you. That would be it. Now he wants to control that. I don't want to have to control her. I want her to be self-controlled. Is that too much to ask? It's not. But you have to earn that, though. I'm sure that the details of your gluten-free diet are interesting to someone else. Please don't try and change my diet. This is a really big deal for a lot of men. I appreciate your journey and what you have learned and what you have taken from that, and that this is the result from your personal experience. But that doesn't mean that I want you to inflict that on me or in my life or anybody in it. He must have had some women who tried to change. This feels like if he has children, even what his children were eating. And what's even worse is when they tell you and they make it known that they don't like it and you sneak it in there somehow. Was there a woman who snuck tofu in? I feel like you got sick, sir. Yeah, and the kids didn't like it. Why as women are some of you like this? Where, excuse me, when you meet a man, see what happens here is she must have been intimidated by you somewhere along the line where she felt like she had to control something, right? That told him everything right there, or it does now. That when a woman doesn't pay attention, especially because he doesn't necessarily want to be the kind of guy where I have to tell you I don't like something. I want you to notice that I don't like it. You know what I mean? These are the things that turn into arguments. Yeah, we don't get into relationships to control each other, right? What is this? Don't rock the boat, baby. He doesn't like women that have plans. Like, let's say he meets you out and you have some drinks and you swap phone numbers. Some women immediately start planning out their life with this man. Well, the thing is, this kind of man doesn't like that. His life seems okay. Now, I don't need any changes, and if I do need to change, then I will self-adapt to whatever you're bringing to the table. And this guy is kind of on the fence when it comes to children. Some of these women lied and said they didn't have children. He made the mistake once of saying that either his children are older, or that he's not interested in children. So then now the woman, because you're not genuine in what you want from this man, what you require or that you're looking for in this man, you're looking for someone to take care of you and your child. And this man may be able to do that financially, right? But a lot more, I'm going to say most times when you have a woman like this, is somebody trying to erase my memory again? What is it with this Walter Cronkite, the third or the second? What is it with you, sir? You tried everything, but you won't give up. Could you please stop messing with memory? You're breaking spiritual code, spiritual law, and bad things are going to happen. And if they haven't, then you're going to get everything at once. Okay. He must have one of these wives. Somebody is completely enamored. It could be 10 of them. FR. TR. He doesn't like when women say for real. Yeah, he could not like when women say or a lot. Real particular. These are the things that he needs to either accept and just kind of, or if you get too particular, you wind up alone. E and P. PU. OS and ZC. Repeats. Someone's name could be Pete. But this has been a repetitive thing. What I'm wondering is if maybe you weren't exactly where you needed to be to obtain a woman that you're looking for like this. And I'm hoping, that there's at least some acknowledgement for that. I do feel heavy narcissism. But under this Empress here is the Two of Pentacles, which I believe you are the one that helps men like this. You're obviously a mirror, okay? And what I realize now is that most of us are mirrors, but Hayok is mirror to help. other people, they mirror and then they stay in that, and then they wind up blaming the other person for the personality that they're in, you know. Repeat. Did you already have some kind of encounter with this guy, or do you see how that this person has two hands on that stick? Do you use two hands when you do things to men? Or you did in the past and you never forgot? Okay. Yeah. If you had 4 or 5 more, they would all be on there, right? Hands, feet, 5 of wands. I'm fucking teasing. This feels like I can be sensual and I can be rough. Do you know how difficult it is for a woman to gauge what this man needs at that moment? Can I just say something to women, especially younger women, where you're not really sexually active and you're a little concerned about? It's natural. Most of it is natural. If you forget about what he likes, or if you're going to screw up, I would just say, this is who I am. This is how you feel about the man, and everything that's on him is going to show in the way that you handle him that way, and the way that you allow him to handle you. Not what you do and how you do it is not going to be the same every time. It shouldn't be. There are going to be it's going to be different music, different moods. You're both going to be in different moods often. You know what I mean? And there's going to be different foods that you eat, which affects this. It's important, because this King of Wands is a very passionate guy. He's very sexually driven. Okay. It's a big deal. You don't land, okay, and I can't stand that term, but somebody uses it. You can't inherit a man like this being stingy, being forceful, and not being submissive. You have to be submissive. You're supposed to. This is a king. If he's not an actual king, this is how he moves, like a king. He knows his worth. He knows what he wants, and he gets it. You're beautiful. You could be celibate, or just you don't sleep around. This is, you're loyal to that. You're a good friend. Well, I feel that for some women, I already feel that, like, forget it. Why? You're not willing to adapt to this, because you adapt to other things that are just weird. I'm going to find out what the things are that you're adapting to, but you won't adapt for a man like this. So either you're not into men, or you still have problems with from an a past relationship, or a father or something. That's the only thing it could be. Let me find out what you're adapting to that seems to be a little awkward, and why am I drawn to get the never have I evers? Tell me how. You either talk too much, or you don't talk enough. For me, and this could be just judging, if you don't talk at all, it means that you're not really learned. You didn't learn things from life. I don't mean talking about things that were in movies or books. I mean talking about things that you experienced, and what you learned and what you got from certain things. Because this is where the exciting part comes in. He's like this, and he likes to see the differences when you have similar situations, and you both have different perspectives on what you got from it, and what it did for you. I don't even know if there's a college education here. I feel life has taught this man. Gone to a psychic. You could be, okay, this is, you are adapting to that, so which means you get reads, okay, or you go to somebody and you believe everything that they tell you. This is a no-no for a guy like this. So let me get this straight. She told you that I'm cheating, and you just took that and just ran. Another one. The highest of the high. That's how he wants to be treated. And he will treat you that way. This is the kind of guy, he's like the women who say you're going to have to earn it. How come women can say that but men can't? Stolen something at a self-checkout. You adhere to that, or you give more of yourself to friends of yours who are thieves than you would to make this work. This is an investment. This is a business opportunity. And the business is companionship, friendship, loyalty, reliability, and consistency, authenticity, all these E's. Let's get some of these. We have, Kilt is here. That's cool. So he could definitely be Scottish, Irish, something like that. Kilt. Alright. And excuse me. I'm speaking different and I'm acting different. So this man, you could be dating for months, right? And because one of the things I think that he needs to work on, but there is good reason for it, is that he's had women who were like great. You know, they were great for the first few months, and then one thing, it's the true colors. I want your true colors to be neutral. Can your true color be neutral, please? I need you to be not a piranha, but he dated somebody who turned themselves into that. Yeah, I think somebody, well, maybe this will be a good thing for that, and it just seemed like that's all you saw were lips. Yeah, what's that, potato head or something? But he is a chameleon, and he needs you to be that too, especially if he's in public a lot. It can't be anything else. You know, but you're sitting at dinner, and next thing you know, he may even test. Did you test somebody and have a waitress be rude or flirt with him to see how she would handle it? She gave, or whether this was a test or not. What you don't do is you don't cause a scene. Your presence and the fact that you are there with him and he chose you to go out should be enough. You're going to have women with this kind of man that flirt. You're going to handle everyone differently. How can you possibly, I feel like some women handle it the same every single time. Not all of these women mean any harm. Some women, like myself, are playful flirters. That's another thing. I believe that this man, he doesn't mind that as long as you let him know afterward that this is your main. You know what I mean? There's a certain level of charm that comes with a woman who knows how to flirt, especially if he's a businessman and he takes you around some of his colleagues. That's needed. It's charm, or it's more or less charm than it is flirting. But he's the kind of man where, let's just say that there's a huge account or there's a huge client, and he takes you. First of all, you should feel not elated. You should feel special that he even chose you, because this is a big deal to this guy. That is when you lay on the charm. With a little bit of flirting, I think he would prefer that you flirted a little bit when it comes to finances. Yep. Oh, I wanted to look up. Filk. A musical genre typically performed at science fiction and fantasy conventions. He could be into that kind of stuff, science fiction, alien stuff. Not many women seem to be into that. It seems to be more men. Where performers write and perform songs based on science fiction, fantasies, or fandom. Okay. All right. Well, that's what I saw here too. You know what women do too with this kind of guy? You feel like you're competing. He can't stand that. I'm where I am and you're where you are, and they should never mix or mesh that way. This is the kind of woman that he's experienced, where trying to outdo him, And there's a woman who would catch herself, but it was too late. Why can't you catch it before? Hi. It's a chain reaction. Did somebody say it's a domino effect? You do this, whatever this is, and now he will not tolerate any action taken where you can't come back from the end result. He'll just drop you. I think he likes it. He likes, he plans, but he also, like, guys, this is the duality of all duality of men. I do make plans. Some things I have to plan. But I also like last minute. He likes that. He likes calling you up and saying, hey, let's go away. You know, so he does like you to be free. Does it seem like a lot of work? Well, then you're not the one. There's a woman somewhere who's like this already. So it's just, he may have let it be known to the universe that he wishes to meet a woman like this. Whether he said it or he just gives that off. Wheel of Fortune. With the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. Yeah, this is, wow, this is a wealthy man. I mean, wealthy. And this is why he's like this. And the Strength is at the bottom again. I'm going to end this here. This is, women may have wanted to know, how do I get a man like this? Okay. You don't get him, you attract him. It's different. If you use that word, I know people are tired of hearing it, but that word, if you program yourself to I don't want to say, but, well, it could be, right? Program yourself so that your body, your movements wind up becoming. Now, some of you are never going to be this type of woman, and that's fine. This is the only kind of woman that this man can actually have something consistent with is this kind of woman, and the same for her. All right, call it soulmates, call it counterparts, the perfect business partner. This may not even be for a relationship, but you don't become this woman because of this man. You're already this woman, and you attract him, and then things are almost effortless at that point. That's how it should be. This guy, I think that this guy dates multiple women at one time. And he's having a hard time now because of whatever's happening in the atmosphere, or just people showing them their true selves. I feel like he's trying to move away from that. You know what I mean? It's, yeah, but then what happens? Oh. I stand corrected. Are you very skilled with flow? It's an attribute, which means you're skilled with other flow. Did you feel me? He likes that. This guy feels that for whoever he's meeting, he feels kind of like his crown got tipped. What happened? It could have just been these other women that he was dating. Okay, well, listen, I'm just going to leave it at that. And I hope that women take from this what you need to take from this without feeling like you're being judged or criticized or ridiculed, or I'm pointing fingers at you. Because there are many women who want a man like this. But you put on a costume, and it's an act. And someone like this, he's pretty bold too, verbally, where if you say, how come you didn't call me back, or you show up somewhere, he's going to say, because I'm not interested. And he'll say it in front of a lot of people, and you'll say that he's an asshole. But why wouldn't you want someone who's honest? If he's honest with that, that means he's honest with other things, and that's one of the best attributes about this man. It's not the money, but that's what came out first, and that could be what most women see him for, is his money. I just want somebody who makes me feel good at the end of something. They all make me feel good in the beginning. When they walk away, how do I feel? It's important. See you.